guess we're recording now.
We're recording.
All right. So I just want to give everyone a quick hi, hello. This is Ray, for those of you who don't know me, with Boudoir by Rae Taryn. And I have Beth here with me, who has recently done a shoot with me here at my studio. So I'm just going to ask her a couple of questions about her experience with me and everything like that. So without further ado, hi Beth, how are you doing?
I'm good, Ray. How are you?
I'm doing well. Just
Great.
in my sunny studio today. I
Yeah,
guess I can't complain because we're not going to have too many of these beautiful sunny days left.
absolutely.
So your session with me was what, about a month ago now, right? Give or
Yeah.
take.
Yep.
How did you find me?
I started looking on Google and I searched for boudoir shoots near me, and then I followed you on Facebook for a little while. So that's how I found you.
So what was it about me that, like, I mean, because there's a lot of boudoir photographers out
Yeah.
there. I mean, like, even in my own building, there's several.
Yeah.
So
There is.
what was it about, like, me or myself that kind of made you like go with me versus anybody else?
I think it was truly just the authenticity of your pictures. They were just the people. There wasn't a lot of extras added on there. And that's what I was looking for, was the real me in a picture. So when I saw some of your shoots, I was just like, this is a true person, and they just looked beautiful. And you had your own pictures of yourself up there too. So that's really what it was. And you were close.
That close
So
health.
yeah. And it wasn't pushy. I mean, working with you throughout the whole thing was amazing. And I felt wonderful going through the whole process of figuring out if this is what I wanted to do. And you made me very comfortable. So in the beginning.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of photographers, especially like more, like the high-end boudoir and luxury photographers. They like to use a phone call system, like, where you have to like do a phone consult with them and everything like that. And I know you and I did the majority of our consultation via phone,
Yeah.
via texts and messages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Did you find that was like pretty convenient to, like, get your questions answered, like, while you still like were able to go about your day?
Absolutely. Because for me, being busy and going everywhere all the time and between work, and I knew this is what I wanted, being able to connect with you just, in between everything I was doing, made it so convenient to just use the text messaging and, being able to reply back to you when I had a minute and you could reply back to me. It was super easy. And I also think a lot of times you can ask more personal questions in a text message and you don't feel so awkward, asking those. So for me, it
Yeah.
was perfect.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. So leading up to your session, like, do you feel like I kind of like helped you to calm your nerves and everything like that?
Absolutely. You made me feel like this is exactly what I was going to do. And maybe just secured in me that I could do this. The way you were like, you helped me with my outfits and we worked through the timing, and you were easygoing with, because I had an hour 15-minute trip, to get to you. And you're like, well, when you get here, it's 4 o'clock and we'll work through it. If you're here a little early, let me know. So it was very easy.
Good. So walk me through like your day, like, when you showed up, like how you were feeling and, everything, tell me about that whole experience that day.
That
You
day.
slayed
Oh
it. Like,
boy.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, you came in with like this crazy confidence.
That confidence had to start first thing in the morning. I had psyched myself up for this, that I was doing it. There was no back out. Had all the outfits picked out that I was going to bring, and knew that you would give me the honest opinion on which ones would work best when I got there. I got up in the morning and was like, what am I going to wear? Because I had to work that day. So I was leaving from work to come to Syracuse. And I was just like, all day long, I walked around with this, Beth, you're going to get your pictures taken and you're going to look pretty badass when you're done. You're like, you can do this, and psyched myself up through the whole thing. And I walked up, I found your location, which was very easy to find, and met you. And it was all of a sudden you came through those doors and I was like, whew, I'm here. I'm doing this. It was so easy. You were welcoming, and we walked upstairs and, it was just like, I felt like I had known you forever. And that's how you made me feel when I got there. I I really wasn't nervous as I thought I was. You know, you have that whole sweaty palms as you're driving to Syracuse, but when I got there and I met you in person, I felt like I had really known you for a long time. So I just was like, this is going to be so easy for me to feel comfortable in doing the pictures that I wanted. And you made me feel absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Being able to see some of the pictures as we went through, because you know that self-confidence wasn't there, even though I may have looked like it. I was still like, I don't know that these pictures are going to be as good as the ones on her page as everybody else's. And it was phenomenal.
You absolutely slayed it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you came in and you're like, we're just doing this. Like, this is how it's gonna work, and we're doing this. And
Yeah. And it
it's
was
like
good because I had just gotten my hair done and it wasn't the right color that I wanted it. And I was like, they're gonna look awful. So I just had to psych myself up to say, this is what we're doing and go with it.
you did so good. Like your whole demeanor coming in was just amazing.
Thank you.
You made my job easy. Like, not gonna lie, like you made things easy for me. So I appreciate that.
Yeah,
How were
absolutely.
you sore when you went home? Because you have
The
an
next
incredible
day,
bend.
the
You bend
next day, I
well.
remember saying to my friend, I'm like, dude, my shoulders are like on fire. What is it? I'm like, oh, she did tell me like those back poses. You know, but it also made me remember what I would just gone through. So every time I was like, oh, you know, stand up strong. You got this. Like that self-confidence came back of the memories of like the realization of what I had just done. So it was like, it was empowering, I guess, in a way, to have every ache and pain that I had in my shoulders and my back.
So
It wasn't bad though.
between the end of your shoot then and when you finally were able to come in and check everything out, and do your reveal and everything like that, like did you still feel like you had that, like, that ride of confidence, like, man, like, I had a session and like it was so much fun and whatever?
Yeah, I think I kind of am walking around still. Those couple was it like 2 weeks before my reveal, and I just walked around like I kind of like that badass power. Like, don't mess with me. I have like this self esteem and this confidence that just was overflowing. It was so powerful and exhilarating, and I just like I knew what I had done. I knew what I remember just being there and feeling so self confident and so I mean, I guess the real word is powerful. Like I didn't feel like I had that power in me to even do something like that. And then I knew I did it. So I walked around and I'm walking around every day with my shoulders up, my head held high. And it's just a totally different, I guess more of an outcome than I had it really expected it to really resonate inside. So,
So tell me about your reveal, because
ah,
you came all the way up here with your daughter
yeah.
for the reveal. How did you feel, like, driving up and coming in and everything like that? Were you, like, nervous to see your photos and, like?
Definitely. I definitely had that nervousness of, oh my God, what if they aren't as good as the sneak peek when I had, you know, viewed that you sent me? And then I'm like, what if I love them all? What if every single one of those pictures has a different feeling or brings on a different emotion or confidence level or powerful feeling? Like, what am I going to do? And every single one of those pictures, when we walked in that room and saw them, I was like, how do you choose? Every single one of them was a different view of me in a different way that I hadn't seen myself before. And it just brought up, I guess, in a way, like emotion, because there's some I wanted to cry. There was some I was like, oh my God, I did that. That were just, it was radiating just, um, I don't even know. It was amazing. And as nervous as I was, every single one of those pictures was the bomb. They were
You
on
had
fire.
an incredible session, like,
Yeah.
not gonna lie, like, there's been a couple of sessions now, yours being one of them, that, like, I have a hard time, like, cutting down images.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, yeah.
obviously there's a couple that, like, misfocus or whatever, or like your eye
Right.
flows, but, like, I'm like, man, how do I get rid of any of these? Like, I'm gonna give her like a gallery of 200 pictures to choose from. Like, that's gonna be impossible.
Yeah. I know
Um,
that driving up there thinking, oh gosh, I have to pick out 12 pictures, right, for my book. I'm like, how am I going to take, even if she has 60 pictures, how am I going to choose 12 pictures? That was a little intimidating. Like, I didn't know what I was going to do. And then I got there and there's 150 pictures, and I'm like, 12 pictures? Ah, because they were all just amazing.
And you did opt to purchase a
I did.
few extras as well as getting some wall art.
Yeah,
So now you can look at yourself every day and be reminded of like your badassery.
absolutely.
And like
I have
really
three
like
pictures.
that, that you are like that you are a badass, like that you
Yep.
did this.
Yep.
And how do you like the acrylics? Because I
Oh
know
my
we
God.
had kind of gone back and forth between like metal and acrylic, and I
Yeah.
personally really like acrylics. How do you like it?
I love it. It's nice. It was heavy, to make sure I had it on the wall and it just shines. All three of the pictures. So, and they hung great and they're just, they have a little bit of a sparkle because they're kind of, that acrylic, that glassy look. They are on point. They just radiate my bedroom. They're all over. They're beautiful.
How did you like your album?
Oh, it's beautiful. My album is so full of the pictures and it captures everything. It's perfect. It sits perfect. I can flip through the pages and every single page is just smooth and silky and shiny, and I absolutely love it. It sits on my nightstand.
Good. I love that. I had so much fun with your session, and like I'm in love with your photos, and I love everything about it. And I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to share your images, because I feel like it helps real women to see real women that have
Absolutely.
done this, like, there's there's a girl that I shoot frequently. She's a friend of mine, and she's even self-conscious about her body and everything like that. And like, everyone that I've shot like has their own like, little confidence quirks. Um,
Absolutely.
I feel like it helps so much for people to be able to see real people doing this, that it's not like you don't have to be any way to come into the studio. Like the minute you walk through my door, you are enough. You're
Yeah,
enough
exactly.
exactly the way you are. And that's the feeling that I want to give to people, even if it's only for an hour that they're with me.
Right.
That when they come through that door, like they are enough. And
Right.
that's really what I just want for everybody.
Right.
And then to be able
Exactly.
to, like you did, kind of take that feeling and go home with it. And
Exactly.
be
Right. And I
reminded.
have Yeah. I mean, I look at those pictures and I don't see my scars. I don't see my surgeries. I don't see, the damage I had done to my body over the years. I don't see those pieces. I think one thing I did say to you and one of the pictures I wanted is I want to see my butt. Like I don't have a butt. Everybody's like, no, your butt's cute. And I'm like, I don't have a butt. And I have a picture, no joke, on my wall of me with a butt. That's my butt.
And you've
Like,
got a nice
holy
one.
cow. And you
Because
made
when
it
you're
look,
sitting there
I
like
mean,
this, it's hard to see your own butt because you can't
yeah,
really look
it
far
is.
enough.
And it is the most phenomenal picture, and all of them, even my nudes, like I can see those scars, but they're beautiful. And there's beauty in every piece of me and every piece of every woman that you shoot. Like we all have a beauty inside that we need to see. So
I love scars. They're
yeah,
actually some of my favorite because they're kind of like the proof that you've made it this far. Like, like
exactly.
all the stuff that life has tried to throw at you, you're just like, nope, bring it on. Nope,
Bring it
bring it
on.
on.
Yep,
And I've
absolutely.
got scars. Everyone's got scars, scars,
Yeah,
bumps,
physical,
bruises.
emotional. Yeah,
Yep.
all of
So,
them. It's great.
and one of my big things is all smooth skin and everything like that, but I don't take away scars, and I don't alter bodies. Like your body is yours. Like those pictures you have are you, just
Exactly.
through my camera.
Yeah.
And
And I think that's one thing I absolutely loved about it is I can see them. I know where they are in those pictures, and that's just me. And you didn't alter those pictures at all. That is
I
truly my own beauty. So that's the one thing I truly loved about that in all of those pictures.
and you are honestly like such a beautiful person, and like the minute
Yeah,
you walk through the door, like you just have. And I hope you can see this more
I
so,
do.
especially now, like that you have this like beautiful like inner beauty, and
Right.
you're a strong person. I don't know whether you know it or not, but you're a really strong person, and like you exude that, and I hope that you can see that in yourself, especially now.
Especially
More than
now I can.
anything.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot more. Like it's like watch out world right now.
You're absolutely stunning, and
Thank you.
you know, I'm glad that we had the opportunity to meet and to chat and, you know, get together a couple times now between the shoot and the reveal and everything like
Yeah,
that. And,
me too.
you know, it's been a
Definitely.
pleasure getting to know you and everything. So
Thank you. I'll definitely be back for more. So
absolutely, you know where to find me.
absolutely.
All right. I really appreciate your time and kind of
You're
going
welcome.
through this. You know, because again, I think it's important that other people hear experiences and see experiences too. And,
Absolutely.
you know, you're one of the shoots that I loved, and you
Thank
know,
you.
you're one of the people that I love. And I mean, I love everybody, but you know,
Sure.
I'm super excited that we had this opportunity to kind of chat for a
Me too.
minute, you know, about your
Yes, thank you.
You're
That's
welcome.
great. Thank you so much. I can't even thank you enough for everything that those shoots did for me and internally everything. It's just amazing. So thank you.
You're so
You're
welcome.
amazing.
All right, my friend. Well, I hope you have yourself a good afternoon, and
Thanks, you too.
you know where to find me, even if it's just a text to say hi.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, Beth, have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.